Well, hello everyone. You have right here. I'm talking about right here are examples right here of pictures right here of talking about puppies, or if it's maybe paintings of a certain type of animal or a pet of some sort. But still that talking about understanding about whenever it comes to puppies, and a lot of times you always want to know too is toward, okay, yeah, that so whenever you do look at any source of moments in time toward that, this right here is supposed to be an example right here of a puppy dog right here. But one thing that kind of got me was is that knowing about is that what exactly is it? Did you think that maybe puppies or anybody would say that, yeah, okay, so if you were to try to hide something or surprise somebody with something, that pretty much means is toward a, yeah, that that they're hiding it or something like that. It's like, especially on a website, talking about is that whenever it comes to understanding about whenever you're trying to surprise somebody with something, right? But at the time, you always want to know too is toward, oh, okay, yeah, that whenever it comes to the puppy dog right here, and then by the time you go on a couple of clicks right here and thinking it says tours to where you go, yeah, you got a big picture right here, but then by the time you do make that smaller right there, and your worms is toward, okay, yeah, that gets smaller right there, and then it leads you to a website right here. And so that's why it seems that way toward it. People be thinking as toward it. Look at a website right here, and you're warned toward a, hey, that that, yeah. Well, what am I supposed to do with all this right here? And so it sure seems that way. That yeah. You look at this right here, and you're thinking is this toward it about how many people are really going to notice this right here. You got the image of the dog right here, and then next thing you know it, and then they show you this right here, and it's like, yep, well, for sure that this right here, if anybody were to maybe take about maybe 5 seconds to look at that, that right there looks a little bit like a bulletin board. Like it's just a bunch of talking, and really, that not everybody's really going to recognize it and know exactly what it's for. And maybe everybody else would maybe even say is this to where it's basically a bulletin board to where that's what people can actually look at just to see the morning announcements or anything like that, or anything that's discussed, right? But at the time, you always want to know too is to where it, yeah, this is the spot where you would actually go if you were registering, for an event. This is the area where you would go just to be able to fill out the application of some sort. But still, that so people might say is this toward, oh, okay, yeah, so pretty much, you want to go ahead and use a big picture like something like this right here, just to where the, yeah, are you familiar with this right here? And you got the example right there of the dog right there, and people might want to know too that, yeah, you got the dog right here, and people might even say is this to where the, yeah, that so really, that whenever you do look at that, then your worms is toward, okay, yeah. So what exactly is it that the puppy is even telling you? And exactly is like, say, 102 is toward, okay, yeah, that is it trying to play a game with you, or maybe if it's trying to show you something? But still, you begin to wonder, right? That and looking at the dog right there, and people may think is this toward, okay, yeah. So pretty much is that. So if you were to be looking at this on the computer's interface right here, and you may be thinking is this toward, oh, okay, yeah, that you know, uh, if I'm gonna go ahead and I'll go ahead and just put this to the side for right now, or something like that. Anything else that I'm working with right here, but still that people might say is toward, yeah. So this right here was supposed to be like an image for an interface that maybe everybody else would maybe even say is this toward, yeah. Where exactly do you think that they would maybe see it and find it? And they might say is this toward, okay, yeah, that if they were to find such an image right here, and let's just say that that whenever they go to a website, that they when they come up to the website, and it would be like a little doggy that's popping up just like this, like a pop-up right here, popping up just like that. And like everybody might say that a lot of websites might find that to be relevant, just because of the fact that, yeah, that if you see the puppy dog right there, and, first thing is first, is that, yeah, can you please show me what you're talking about? And so it sure seems that way that, I'm sure most of us know by now is that the number of times that you visited the World Wide Web, that you're going to see that to where it says, please show me. So, yeah, so it's like, if you don't know what to click on and where to go from here, then yeah, you're gonna maybe ask like a little AI chatbot right here, or the puppy dog. And it's like in this, it will be the puppy dog right here, and had the puppy dog. It's going to show you exactly what to click on right here. So it's like, yeah, please show me right here. I'll go and put it right here. And people might even say is this toward, okay, yeah, please show me right here. So anything that you're going to be clicking on for sure, that you're going to maybe have this dog right here that's going to be kind of hovering around right here, and like you say that yeah. So what exactly is it? How do you think it's going to be showed right there on the page right there? I'll probably say at about that size right there. And whenever you're going to be visiting the web page right here, that you would see like a little logo right here on the side where it shows a puppy dog right here. And it's like, may I help you? Or, would you, what would you like to do, today or something like that? So, yeah, it would be like a little puppy dog that would show up at about right here. And people might say that, yeah, please show me, tell me, please explain what you're talking about right here. So yeah, so it'll be like a little icon on about like this right here with the little puppy dog character. And like everybody say, if you're not sure what to click on this website, then go ahead and ask the puppy dog what you would like to do or something like that. So it's like a little AI chat. Like everybody might say that the first time that you've been to this website right here, and let's just say that if you had no idea what to click on, then chances are that this says this to where you use this as a guide right here. The puppy dog for a guide right here, and so it sure seems that way. That yeah, please show me what you're talking about. So basically, that yeah, that whenever you were first introduced to this, that you thought that it was a photograph. You actually thought that it was just a normal picture of a dog right here, and like you don't even know what it is, and all yada yada. And then until you actually looked at it carefully, and you were like, okay, yeah, this right here, it's supposed to be like a little AI chat assistant. So if you do navigate to another website, if you navigate to another page, then in this puppy dog, like yeah, anything by default, it would be set to where it's made to guide you to where if you go click on to another website, then it would show up right here saying that I don't really know what to do from here. Can you please show me right here? So yeah, so everybody might even say is toward it that do we really find that to be annoying, or like everybody say that if you go to a website, what are the chances are that you're going to know what every single thing is, and every single thing what it represents, right? So that's why it sure seems that way that people might say is this toward, okay, yeah, if you go to a website, and let's just say that if you're trying to order something, or maybe if you're trying to get some information, if you're trying to get some advice about something that you want to talk about, and if you don't know really where to begin or what to click on, because I know a lot of people would say is this toward, yeah, well, because if you click on one of these, for sure, you don't really know, okay, is it going to take you to a different page, or that, maybe, so what exactly do you think that you would really be nervous about whenever you do click on one of these icons? And people might say is this toward it, well, for sure, that if you're using a business computer, or if you're using a computer if you're using a machine that's not yours, for sure, that if you're using one there at the office or wherever, that chances are that you are not going to, you're not sure what to click on, you're not sure what to do. And so that's why it seems that way, to where if you recognize this little icon right here of the puppy dog right there, and like everybody might say that, yeah, It's like your little personal chat bot right there. And people might say that, yeah, you would see that maybe if you're going to a different web page, and if you do ask as to where to, yeah, please, you'll be, this chat bot will be running in the background. Like, let's just say, if it's going to be about right here. If you go to another website, it'll be at about right here, and you can click on it and talk to it right here. But still, everybody might even want to know too is toward, okay, yeah. So if you come up to a web page like this right here, you don't know what to click on. And people might want to know too is toward, okay, you have absolutely no idea what to do from here. And so that is why it seems that way toward, okay, yeah, well, you know, uh, if you've ever played a game of, a bingo or Monopoly or any game like that, and but still, why do you think that anybody would maybe want to know too? That why don't you just want to click on one of these pieces right here? And it's like, well, because that if I click on it, and for sure it's going to probably take me to another website that I don't really have time to read. By the way, if I go to the website, by the way, I need at least 30 minutes just to be able to read it in its entirety. I really don't have that kind of time, to be quite honest with you. So people might say is to where you only take about maybe 5 seconds to look at all the details at about right here and such, and so that is why it seems that way toward it. If you go navigate to a different web page, then chances are that are not going to know really what to click on. So that's why it seems that way to where that why don't they have this to where that you know on the chat bot, why don't why don't they have it to where that, yeah, can you show me, and that let's walk through it together or something like that. People may want to know too is to where that whenever you first visit a website, if you first visit a web page, by the way, that you know you're gonna have like this chat assistant right here, and like everybody might say that you know all I really want to do, whenever I go to this website is that I just want to get some dog food, or I would like to look at the toys or something like that, or if there's an activity game. I don't really want to take the time to click on all this stuff and maybe flip a few switches or maybe move a few pieces, whatever it is. So it's basically another way of saying is just toward it, you know, uh, yeah. Well, if you don't know really what to click on, then ask the puppy dog right here. Like so, yeah. So basically that if you go to a website, by the way, that maybe a lot of people would prefer to have like something like this to where you can actually talk to and say is to where, yeah, ask the puppy dog right here. The puppy dog will be able to assist you right here, and so it sure seems that way that whenever it comes to understanding about AI chatbots right here, that people might say is this toward, oh, okay, yeah, well, on the other hand, that I really just didn't think about it during the time, but still, whenever you do go to a website, by the way, it sure seems that way is toward it, yeah. I see the screen, I see on the screen, whatever that's supposed to mean, and you move on, right? But still, on the other hand, that what we're talking about here is that whenever you do go to a website right here, that we're also talking about is that the things that maybe you could be doing at like, yeah, so please show me, so yeah, so it's basically another way of saying this is toward if you want something that you can find to where you can learn at your own time, and for sure you would have like this chatbot at right here, but still that in case if anybody's wondering this toward it, yeah, I find that to be kind of annoying because how would I be able to read what this says, and how am I supposed to understand what this is right here with all this stuff in the way right here? But anyway, but that's what it's understanding about that. About understanding about the puppy dog right there, understanding about the navigations for the website.